Hello everybody, it's June 13th, Saturday. It's an unusual 71 degrees out right now, which is making this visit to the hive a little bit more pleasant. Planning on checking to see how they're doing with the honey supers, making sure the queen's still there, check for signs of swarming, and then hopefully get in and out of the hive as fast as possible because I don't want to disrupt them too much. So we'll see how it goes this week. Last week looked like there was an abandoned swarm cell. I had never seen anything like that before, where there was a really thin-walled swarm cell that they had made with an egg in it, but there was no royal jelly in it. I'd never seen anything like that before. Got some activity coming in out of the hive, not super busy. Let's see how this goes. Wow, lots of noise up in the upper box here. Hopefully got some bee coverage. Take a look here. Plenty of girls up top. Okay, let's get into this. The inner cover down. Okay, take a look at this box. They hadn't done much, if anything, with it during my last visit. I can tell they've been laying down some propolis here. Just going to crack these loose so I can go through them pretty fast. I did bring extra frames just in case. Maybe wishful thinking. In case I need them for the box below this one. Okay. Got bees on it. On the first frame, but not doing much. Not gonna like that too much. Same with that one, although they're starting to lay wax in the gaps. So that's a good sign. Okay, again, not much there. Not much there except for them filling in the gaps along the side of the frame. Okay. Probably not going to go much beyond that one. So, we really haven't done a whole lot up here. I'm going to put this back together real quick. Get the frames put back together. And see how it goes down here. Making quite a fuss in there. Okay, got a fair bit of bee coverage there. Separate these. Okay. I'm going to use my frame puller on this one. Okay, lots of drawn comb there, some capped honey on both ends. Nothing quite in the center, honey there. Okay, that's promising because it's at the end of the box. Wow, same with this one. Capped honey. All kinds of capped honey there. So that's promising. I had checkerboarded these a couple weeks ago, so every other frame is going to be light, but at least they're drawing these out now. Getting ready to use. Plenty of room in that one. About ready to cap the honey over here. Looking good. Okay, this is another checkerboarded one. Yep, starting to push the nectar in that. It has quite a bit of weight to it. Plenty of nectar packed in there. That's pretty empty so far, except for the ends. Alright, drawing that one out nicely. Same with that side. Ooh, this one's heavy. Wow. I'm really drawing that out wide too. Look how wide that is. Thick. Drawing that one out. And got some honey going there in the middle. We're starting to work on the other ends. So far so good. Put this box together and we'll start going through the brood chamber boxes, the two large boxes on the bottom. Trying to put these in the same order I pulled them. The grass out of there. Okay. Get these spaced. Okay. Looking good. I'm gonna crack this box up. Lift it off the queen excluder. lots of bees up here. Look at all the bees. And I just smoked them down. I'm going to pull the try to pull the excluder off here. I got it glued down pretty tight. Set that there. Look for the queen before I make a mistake. Alright. Got bees all over the place in here. My frame hanger on. Loosen this second frame here. Now, for as packed as this is, there's probably just, and there's a ton of foraging bees out right now too. So this is only part of the population of the hive. Try to be careful because the queen could be on this one. Plenty of open room for her to lay there. And some capped brood. Not seeing any eggs in this one. And on this side, same story. So there's room for her there. So what I'm looking for is room for the queen to lay. And signs that she is laying. And signs that they're not. Hopefully I don't see signs that they're thinking about swarming. This is almost entirely honey. This thing's heavy. On both sides. So I got plenty of food stores there. Okay. Got eggs and very small larvae here, so that tells me the queen has been on this frame at least 3 days ago because I see eggs. And the same on this side. She has this whole side pretty much laid up. That's great. Okay, young larva, capped brood. Boy, she's been busy. Kind of spotty pattern there though. I don't know if you can see. The capped brood is kind of spotty. Cups on the bottom, they're empty. Okay, got some A little bit of larva going on here. Can't tell. Looks like there might be some eggs. Yep. There's the queen. She's right here. So I know I'm queen right. Okay. So now I spotted the queen. You can kind of, I want to go a little bit faster here. I know I'm queen right. Now I'm primarily looking for room for her to lay. Signs that she has laid. So there's a bunch of open brood here. I'm looking for signs of swarming. Yep, older larva, capped brood. Okay, this is the synthetic comb I put in. So far she hasn't laid in it, or laid nectar in it. I'm hoping at some point they decide to, she uses that for laying. Okay. Again, kind of a spotty pattern. She has that one laid up pretty good. And I'm going to leave that last one. Okay, so far so good. No real signs of swarming yet. It was in this box I spotted that abandoned queen cell last week. Okay. Just make these girls away from the edge. Make myself some room to drop this frame in. Okay. Queen was in this box. I'm gonna crack it. Hopefully she didn't go down the lower ones. I'll have to be careful and look for her. And we'll look at this one. Good bee coverage there. They're doing well. Okay, I'm going to loosen up the second frame. Kind of go through this one quickly. Okay, get my frame puller. The cap brood has lots of open space here. There's a supersedure cell. Can't see anything. I'm going to leave that go. It's like a practice one. They're not really doing anything with it. Okay. Look at the first frame here on the end. Honey stores. A few drones, but I'm not seeing a bunch. So that's kind of a good sign. There's some drone comb down there. A few cap cells. Not much else. Some older larvae down here. Okay, and some eggs and some larvae down there. Okay, so she has room down here that she's laying in. It's good that she's going between both brood boxes. If I don't want her to stay up in the upper box, I want her to use both. Plenty of room on this one. Some older and some open larvae. Okay, some drone comb on the end there. No signs of swarm cells so far. A little bit of capped brood there. A little spotty and some larvae. Some younger larvae, a couple of eggs. So I know she's been down here. Alright, I'm just going to go through a few more. If I don't see any swarm cells, I'm going to put this back together. Again, I don't want to disrupt them too much. Nothing. Capped brood. Some open brood. Some excited bees. We'll go through two more frames here. Okay, drone comb on the bottom, capped brood up here. Open larva on that one. Check one more. This guard bee is being pretty persistent. A little queen cup on the bottom, nothing there. Capped brood. This one's about ready to get capped. And some newly laid eggs. So that's good. I'm not going to bother with the other last two frames. If I didn't see swarm cells on any of these, I doubt I'm going to see any on those. I'm going to put this back together. Make some room for the second frame to drop in. Make some room for my hands on the second frame. Okay. There we go. These frames situated. All right. So far, so good. Just let them keep working on the honey box. I'm gonna put this back together. And I forgot again to make sure I put the queen excluder on top of this. When I take these off, I don't want the queen to get into those frames. I need to remember to do that. Or that could be an issue. Okay. That's good. There we go. Okay. Let's top box on. Stack's getting kind of high for me. Okay, I want to put the notched vent towards the back. I don't know if you can see it, but this is the vent, and they can kind of use that as a rear entrance as long as I leave a gap on this outer cover facing that direction. Okay, there we go, all back together. No signs of swarming yet. They're working on these boxes. So everything looking good so far. I'm not going to give them a pollen patty because there should be plenty of pollen out there for them to forage. I did bring one with me just in case, but I don't think I'll need it. All right, folks. That should be it for me today. You guys have a great week, and until the next time.